Did Silvervale really just trash Hololive? Or was her statement poorly worded? Personally, after Silvervale, Vebe, Nyanners, Hime Hajime, Project Melody, and Snuffy tried to back one of the dumbest fucking cancellations in history and failed to provide decent apologies, or at least decent apologies within an acceptable amount of time, they now seem just like catty mean schoolgirls to me. But I'm still going to look at this with an open mind. Anyway, Vshojo Silvervale was recently interviewed by Dexerto. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And she made some remarks about Hololive that, well, let's take a look at the interview. So this interview isn't even recorded on video or audio, it's really just a transcript here, which makes it that much more susceptible to being taken out of context. Let's start with the first part that drew attention. We can show everyone that there can be an agency that's not like Hololive. Let's be real here. Vshojo isn't like Hololive. In Hololive, you aren't even allowed to show any skin. The talents have to wear long gloves when recording their hands. Vshojo lets their talents post real selfies and play whatever games they want. There's a clear difference in the amount of freedom that these two companies offer their talents. The next part that really got people's gears grinding was you can be yourself and you can have a relationship and you can talk about yourself and your parents. You can just be yourself and not be tied down by all these expectations. This implies that Silvervale is claiming that Hololive talents aren't allowed to be themselves, have relationships, or talk about themselves or their parents. Many, if not all of these are untrue. A lot of people saw this as Silvervale spreading disinformation and trying to throw some shade on Hololive. But this being a written article, I think it's very important to note that her second quote here may not have been said directly after the first one. This is where it may have been taken out of context. If you ignore that first quote, she's praising the freedom that Vshojo offers her talents and not throwing shade at Hololive. Is this the case, though? Well, considering that amended article mentioned context, it is indeed likely that Silvervale didn't intend to bash Hololive. I believe that she used Hololive as a comparison to Vshojo, and then mentioned the freedom Vshojo offers rather than the freedom that Hololive doesn't. Honestly, I think it was just bad wording. She got so excited and was gushing about this agency that she loved being a part of, and in doing so kind of gave a wrong signal. And I'm coming to this conclusion knowing full well her capability and willingness to publicly bash others. But enough of what I think. What do you guys think? Were her words taken out of context at the very beginning, or was she being that catty mean girl we all know she can be? Another thing to note is that we know that some people in Mori Calliope's chat are going to bring this shit up and start vomiting some cancel culture bullshit whenever Mori collabs with another Vshojo member. Hopefully she'll just shoot it down, kind of like she did when that one fucking loser brought up CDawg VA's comments out of context. Mori Calliope's pretty fucking awesome.